What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tutos, aka Sean, and today I'm bringing you guys a video about the time that I was ripped off buying weed. Yeah, this is a pretty good one, so let's get into it. Now, this story took place back in probably, I think, freshman year of high school. At that time, I didn't have any real plugs or anything like that to really be able to get weed from. I didn't really know anyone, and I had to go through my friends all the time, and since I didn't have a car, sometimes that was a pretty difficult feat to accomplish, being able to get some bud. But this specific time, I remember this new kid came into my school, and I guess we were talking, and somehow he found out that I smoke, and he sells some bud. Now, this guy, I remember specifically, this guy was hyping it all up, being like, yeah, I get this shit from my brothers, straight from Colorado. This is the real deal right here, this shit gas. He was like, because it's such gas and so fire, that it was gonna be $20 a gram. $20 for 1 gram, man. Back then, I was new to it and everything like that, so I was like, damn, I mean, if it's really that good, then shit, $20 a gram, you know, I'll pay it. Now, nah, bro, I'd never pay no $20 for a gram. I can still get, you know, there's no need for anyone to really be paying $20 for a gram unless you're in just some area where it's just super dry and bud and everything like that. But for the most part, you ain't need to be paying no $20 for a gram, man. If your dealer's charging $20 for a gram, unless you know that shit's fucking medical grade and the only other thing you got around is mids and everything like that, then I can see why someone would pay 20 bucks for a gram. But back then, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I'll pay 20 bucks for this gram. I'll try it, see what this guy has to offer. I remember going home and I think I told my grandma that I needed lunch money or something like that for the week, and that's usually the amount she gave me was 20 bucks. If I had asked, most of the time I didn't ask, I just ate the free lunch and everything like that. But since I was trying to get a gram and, you know, seeing what this guy has to offer, I figured, fuck it, I'll get this 20 bucks and see what's up with it. So I remember we go back to school the next day, and the plan that me and him talked about was, the way my school was set up, there was a bottom floor and then a second floor. And on the bottom floor, there were these bathrooms down there. There's only one set of bathrooms, and everyone referred to those as the downstairs bathroom. So me and him had come up with this plan, be like, yeah, we'll meet in the downstairs bathroom in the morning. Not too many faculty members and everything like that are roaming around in the morning. So we were like, yeah, it's probably the best time that we can be able to do this. We go into school in the morning. I tell some of my homies about it, cause I ain't going in there alone, cause man, I don't know this man. I don't know if he's gonna try and jump me or some shit, fucking steal my money. I'm just making sure that if he's trying to jump me, he gonna have to jump 3 or 4 of my other homies. You know, if he's gonna try and do it, I ain't gonna make it easy for him. I was hanging out with my group of friends that morning. I saw him come in. I saw him go to the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, that's my cue to go ahead and walk over there. So I go over there, walk over in the bathroom, start meeting with him, and looking back on it, that must have looked so suspicious. Just fucking 4 or 5 guys just walking into the bathroom all at the same time, with this one guy just standing in the middle of the bathroom, and just me and him are talking, and we have the rest of the, I got some of my friends on lookout for the deans and shit like that. I remember one of my friends, man, he could not have made it more obvious. 1 or 2 of my friends, I don't remember specifically, but I just remember thinking back on it, I just remember that, man, it must have been so obvious. If anyone would have walked in, they would have been able to figure out what the fuck was going on. Maybe not specifically know what kind of deal's going on, but they know something was up. Me and him going to the bathroom, do a little transaction. I gave him the 20. I hurry up, I'm like, oh, gotta get this fucking weed. I get the shit in my hands, I'm struggling to shove it in my backpack and everything like that, trying to get the fuck up out of there before anyone does come. And I remember, as I'm getting everything in my backpack. I'm finishing putting the last thing in there. I remember this kid walked in and he's like, "Oh, what's going on in here?" I smell some weed. We're like, "Nothing's going on, man." They were like, "Oh, you two just did a deal in the bathroom or whatever." And thankfully that guy never said anything, but it's not the most ideal situation to have someone walk in on you and just see what's going on and everything like that, just in case, you know, you never know who person they may be. They might go and snitch or some shit, you never know. So, but because of who it was who walked in and everything, I wasn't too worried about it, because I know that homie, like, he'd probably do the same shit. He's probably bought worse shit in school. So after all that went down in the bathroom, we all cleared out or whatever, went to class. Day was going on as normal, and I remember whenever 5th period came around, that was when I was like, I had a class with one of my friends. I don't think specifically at that time that I don't think they were downstairs in the bathroom with me and my friends whenever that was going on, but I decided to tell them. I was like, "Yo, I got this gas, man. I got this fire in my backpack right now, man. I had to pay fucking $20 a gram, bro, straight from Colorado," he says. I'm so excited to be able to go home and I think I went home and smoked out of an apple, but getting in my head of myself here. So whenever me and my friend were in 5th period, I decided to just take a little whiff, just see what it was smelling like. And I remember as soon as I unzipped that backpack, man, it just wafted out the smell of fucking skunk, dog. Like, it was so strong. And looking back on it, I know it was just so strong because it was in one of my small pockets in front of my backpack, so all the smell was just getting contained in there, and it had been there for like hours, just stinking up the backpack and everything. But yeah, I remember that first open or whatever. I fucking opened it, and I never closed my backpack so quick in my life, fam. I fucking opened that thing up, and I took a quick whiff, and I fucking swear it was like a millisecond that thing was back closed. But I remember being paranoid, like, oh, someone in the classroom smell that shit? I hope not. Hoping the teacher or some shit didn't smell it. They didn't. So everything went according to plan there. By the end of the day, I'm so hype. Especially on the bus ride home, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to go and toke on this fucking Colorado weed. I remember whenever I got home, like, my grandma at the time was out grocery shopping or something like that. I just remember specifically, I don't think she was home at that time, but I think my grandpa was. Now, keep in mind, up to this point, I didn't really have a time to really inspect the bag or anything like that. I just kind of grabbed it and went from him, you know, and I wasn't about to take that shit out and inspect it in school and all that. But I remember whenever I got home, man, I got home, sat on my bed, unzipped the little baggie, opened it up, and I was like, this homie sold me, it cost 20 AG, and this homie sold me, it was a little dime bag, and this homie it was half stems and half bud. So I really spent 20 bucks for half a gram, not even. I think it maybe like packed like 2 or 3 bowls, not even. Something like that. Maybe like 2, maybe 3. Because I do believe that I went and smoked out of an apple, and I didn't have a grind or anything like that, so I just kind of had to tear that shit apart and pack it on in there. But yeah, man, I was so disappointed whenever that happened. It was just a sigh of defeat in that moment. I was like, man, did I really just do this? I was like, you know what? Because I was still so new to it, I was like, you know what? If it's really that good, I might still continue to buy from him or something like that. But I remember I went, smoked it and everything like that. And don't get me wrong, because I was new to it, it definitely had me pretty stoned. It definitely did. But really looking back on it, after having some years of smoking experience under my belt and everything like that, man, that shit was pretty fucking average. It definitely was not from like fucking Colorado like he was claiming it was. No. This weed, it didn't grow on the side of a fucking stream that's 1,000 feet up on a mountain, fucking pure soil, pure nutrients. No, it wasn't anything like that. After smoking everything like that, I remember talking to one of my friends and being like, yo, so I just spent 20 bucks on this gram that was half stems, half bud. Was not high quality weed. It just was not. It was mids, maybe a little bit above mids. It's been so long I couldn't even tell you. I'd have to go back and smoke that same exact weed, which most likely is not gonna occur. Yeah, I remember having that conversation with my friend being like, yo, I just got ripped the fuck off, man. Like, it was some bullshit, honestly. That shit had me heated, honestly, for the rest of that day after I smoked that and fucking went home and realized how just ripped off I really did get. Always check your weed before you just hand over your money to a plug, unless you know that plug, unless you get from him on a consistent basis and he consistently has good shit, man. But if you're getting for someone from like the first time, don't be afraid to like call them out on some shit, man. If the bud just looks ass, or if like the amount does not look correct for how much you're buying, don't be afraid to call them out, man. Say some shit, cause it's definitely better to maybe annoy him or piss him off a little bit rather than spend your fucking hard-earned money on some fucking shit weed that you're just gonna regret anyways. So that's my little tip for you guys today. Check your weed before you're buying it. Make sure that shit's actually worth it. I did go back the next day to school and I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, and apparently at his old school or something like that, the kids there did not know really like jack shit about bud or anything like that. So I guess back at his old school, he did get away with ripping people off for like fucking $20 half grams, shit like that. He was cool about it. He ended up giving me my 20 bucks back. So I mean, I got a half gram for free technically, you know? So I mean, can't really complain about that. I guess story had a pretty good ending there. Yeah, guys, that was the time that I bought weed in school and got ripped off. Fucking buying $20 dime bag, half bud, half stems. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.